Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be starting out our look with the MAC Prep and Prime, and we're just going to be spraying this all throughout our face. I had done my eyebrows off camera just because they do take a while and I wanted to get that done for you guys. For today's foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation in the shade 128. And I'm going to be using an Expert's Face Brush by Real Techniques, and I'm just going to be putting this evenly all throughout the skin. I'm going to be using a beauty blender just to make sure I don't have any brush lines. I really hate when that happens. So I'm just going to go through with my beauty blender to make sure that that doesn't happen. For concealer, we're going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 15 Fair. And we're just going to be putting triangles under our eyes. Also, I put this concealer in the bridge of my nose, in my cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead. And in our brow bone. This is usually just used to highlight our face and to brighten up our face. With an e.l.f. stippling brush, I'm going to just be blending everything out. Now with a concealer palette by Morphe, I'm going to be taking this green shade to color correct some of my blemishes. How I put this on is I put the color correcting color first, blend that out, and then put concealer over it and blend that out again. You can use all of these different colors that you saw in the palette for many different things, for either redness or rosacea or whatever floats your boat, but it pretty much corrects anything that you want on your face. After that, I'm going to take this foundation brush and I'm going to take the darkest color in my concealer palette and I'm going to be using that to contour. I'm going to start my contouring by starting at the really top part of my ear and then going down, and that will be my cheekbone. I'm not going to be taking it too far down the cheeks because I don't want it to look really weird, and I'm also going to be putting this in my nose and the bottom of my lip just so I can contour my lip pretty much so it can look bigger, and also in the bottom of my chin, also in the top of my head, just to contour my face. Then I'm going to be blending that out with an e.l.f. stippling brush and my Expert Face Brush. Now I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Contour Kit, and I'm going to be taking the middle shade and the more orangey shade, and I'm going to just go over everything I just contoured. This is just to set my contour and to really bring out my contour. It's kind of like the finishing step. I'm also going to be putting this in my nose and the bottom of my lip. Everywhere I contoured, that's going on. Now I'm going to be using the NYX Mineral Face Powder, and I'm going to be baking my face. I'm going to use a beauty blender for this, and I'm going to put it on the bottom of my eyes and on the bottom of my contour. How baking works is very simple. The reason why we use it is to make our makeup last a lot longer. It really soaks up that extra foundation or concealer, and we just leave it on our face for a few minutes. Now I'm going to be taking this light color from my Lorac 2 palette, and I'm just going to be using this as my base shade so that the concealer that I put down will stay. After that step, I'm going to be taking off the powder, and as you can see, it leaves a very chiseled look to the face, which is something I really like. Thank you, drag queen community, for making that happen. Now with the Lorac 2 palette, I'm going to be taking this shade called Cool Gray, and I'm going to be using this as my transition shade. I'm just going to be putting this all around my lid, pretty much up in the crease and up to the brow bone almost. And I'm just going to take my time to blend this out. This look takes a lot of blending, lots and lots of blending. Here I just moved up a lot closer so you guys can see what I'm doing better. Now I'm going to be taking my favorite part, which is the MAC blush in Fever, and I'm going to be putting this in a blending brush and putting it on my crease. And this is going to be the high point of our look. It's going to bring out a really nice, cool fall look to our eye, and I really, really love it. With this color, you need patience and you need to blend. Blending is key in this look. It's what's going to make it look effortless and flawless. I'm mainly focusing this on the outer V of my eyelids, and then I'm just swooping it over to the front just so I can take the excess and move it over. I don't want it to be super intense in the front. Now I'm going to take this color in the Lorac 2 palette called Plum, and I'm going to be putting this in our outer corner. It's just a darker, much darker version of the pinky purple that we just put on our eyelids. I'm going to definitely be focusing this only on my outer corner. Just going to swoop just a little bit into pretty much the middle of my eye, but I'm not taking it much further than that because I don't want it to be a really dark look. Once again, blending is key. I'm going to try to make these colors look seamless together. My camera has stopped recording, so I finished my other eye while it charged the battery. But what I'm going to do is go into my 350 palette and take this really shimmery shade. It's the shimmeriest shade in the palette. And I'm going to be putting this in the middle of my lid. I want this to be my shining part of my eye. Also, I'm going to be taking this really dark plum shade from the Tarte Holiday collection. It's the darkest plum shade there, and I just wanted to darken up my outer crease a little bit more. You don't have to do this, but I really just wanted to darken up that end a little bit more. So yeah. Now with the color Snow, which is one of my favorite colors in the Lorac Pro palette, I'm going to be putting this in our inner corner just to brighten up my eyes and make it look nice and frosty. Now with the Benefits They're Real Push-Up Liner, I'm going to be lining my eyes. I tried to keep most of myself in frame for this, but this was definitely very hard, and I've only used this camera for about 3 or 4 times, and it's still pretty hard for me. So hang on with me, I'm trying to get it down, but I think it came out pretty okay, even though you can mostly see my forehead. Now with the color Fever again, the blush from MAC, we're going to be taking this in our bottom lash line, and this is going to be the first color that we put on here. Then I'm just taking that darker plum shade from the Lorac 2 palette, and I'm also putting this, and I'm going to try to smoke this color out as much as possible so it looks really nice. I'm going to be taking a black liner and putting that in my waterline, and I'm going to be taking a brush again and blending it out. Lots of blending in this video for sure. Now I'm going to be taking my eyelash curler and I'm going to be curling my lashes, and then I'm going to be using the Maybelline Lots of Lashes mascara, and I'm going to be putting this all over my lashes and my bottom lashes. This is my favorite mascara for bottom lashes. It really makes them look nice and long, which is really what I want, especially if I'm wearing falsies. Now I'm going to be taking the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and I'm going to be using this on the top of my top lashes so they can extend a little more. Now with these Demi Wispies, I'm going to be putting these in my lash line. This is one of my favorite lashes to put on. They're so simple yet nice. Like, it's the perfect lash for me. I really like these Demi Wispies. Now with the blush that we've been using throughout the entire video, I'm just going to use this to obviously blush my cheeks. With this powder, you're going to have to do it really softly because it comes out very intense. So just a dab on it and you're good to go. Now with this liner from MAC called Night Trail, I'm going to be using this to outline my lips. However, I did it off camera because I was just not coming out well. And now with this NARS lipstick in Rita, I'm going to just go over the black and all over my lips with this color. However, I did think this red lipstick was way too cherry for me, so I used a more berry color by Maybelline just over top of that to first blend out my liner better and to give it more of that plum dark shade that I really wanted for this look. Now I'm going to be taking the Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop. As you can see on my face, I absolutely love this highlight. It's absolutely amazing. And if you spray it with Fix Plus, it's out of this world how amazing that highlight pops on your cheeks. Of course, this highlight was created by Jaclyn Hill, and it's absolutely beautiful. After highlighting, that is the end of our look. I'm going to finish highlighting in the bridge of my nose and in my chin and in my forehead, and that's it. So I hope you guys liked my video. Like, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. I will see you next week. Bye!